So let's get this party started. Welcome to the first ever Rebel Tribe pop-up podcast party. As usual with me, it didn't work out as I wanted it to. I was going to have a co-host, let people in as they showed up, but that didn't happen for various and sundry technical reasons, and that's okay. It's fine. I'm going to do it myself. I have to admit that when this idea popped into my head, I wasn't entirely sure whether it was brilliant or completely crazy. But around here, we usually try the crazy ideas and see what happens. So tonight is all about giving people a chance to grab the mic, share their story, and talk about what they're building, promote a project they're excited about, or simply introduce themselves to the community. One of the things I have been talking about a lot lately is finding your voice. Not the polished, perfect version, the real version, the version that has something to say, something to share, something to contribute. And that's what tonight is all about. So, over the next few minutes, you're going to meet some incredible people, authors, entrepreneurs, creators, coaches, dreamers, rebels who are doing amazing things in their own unique way. Some of them may be stepping outside their comfort zone tonight. Some of them are seasoned pros. Some of them may be wondering right now why they agreed to do this. And honestly, that's okay. This isn't a competition. It's not about being perfect. It's about connection. So I hope you'll cheer each other on in the chat. Let's bring on our first guest tonight. Our first guest is Sally Eslin. You may have heard Sally last year at the very first Rebel Tribes Summit. She's an amazing speaker. She's got all kinds of good stuff to share. And since we're getting a little bit late start because we couldn't figure out one of the admin things, I'm just going to shut up and let her do her thing.
Hey, Mello. Thank you for having me.
Ah, so Sally, tell us, what do you want to share with us tonight?
Yeah, well, cool. So obviously I'm in Oz here and we've just started winter. So you're in nice warm weather over there, aren't you? So a bit different to here. Anyway, well, what I thought, I'm pretty passionate about one particular thing at the moment, and it's shifting people from the 3D old world way of living to the 5D way of living. And it's something that I'm really, really passionate about because burnout and stress is just at an all-time high and it's not getting any better. So what's been working in the past obviously isn't working that well. You know, mental health is huge. 80% of doctor visits are related to stress-related stuff. And, you know, something has to give because it's not sustainable the way that we live now. So yeah, my solution is nature because just a quick intro about myself. I'm a personal trainer and a wellness expert, and I basically work with energy through conscious awareness. You know, you can't change what you don't know. So I help people understand how to use their energy in a more powerful way because everything is frequency, vibration, and energy. You know, like Nikola Tesla said that a long time ago. Anyway, so, you know, when you're working with your energy, you are in the driver's seat of how you can, I don't know, create a more high vibe life for yourself. And nature is a really great solution for helping you shift out of the stress, the burnout, the in the doing mode, you know, the exhausted mode, just too much into calming you down. So the old way of living is what we've been conditioned into, you know, doing, being busy all the time, you know, it's very ego based. And the new world is about soul based living. It's about being more rather than doing more. It's just about being more of your authentic self. And I was just recently in Bali, like a couple of weeks ago, on a wellness retreat, actually a resonance retreat, which is about getting you more anchored and grounded into your whole body's resonant field, which is where you're just, I like to equate it as your personal radio station. So where you just feel at home, where you're just being yourself, you don't have to have this facade up, and it's just very relaxing and you're in the flow. It's very peaceful. So coming back to my nature thing, nature can do that. You know, I work with frequencies and energy, as I said before, and we're generally operating in the beta brainwave form, which is very busy, stressy, reacting to stuff, and it's always go, go, go. But when you walk in nature, even 15 minutes, it lowers the brainwave activity down to the alpha brainwave activity, which is more calming. It's more activating with the parasympathetic nervous system. So this is about just doing simple things that are free to help calm our system down. Our nervous systems are fraught, they're frayed, and we're running on empty. And so simple ways to sort of shift our energy is to go walking in nature. Only 15 minutes has been shown to bring down our brainwave activity into that calmer, sort of more parasympathetic activated way of living, which is more rest and digest, rather than the sympathetic way that we've been living on adrenaline. Cortisol levels are high. I know I've gone through menopause, and now on the other side, I look back and everything that sort of went against me was too much stress, physical stress, emotional stress. It happened through COVID. So anything that can keep us calmer and more at peace is going to be beneficial. And so this new way or new world of living, which is sort of the 5D way, fifth dimensional, fifth density, whatever, is just a very calm and free space to be, where we're not in burnout mode, we're not in stress mode. And I like to shift people from SOS to the fun effect, which is stepping out from being the strong one syndrome with the stressed out nervous system, always being strong, capable, driven, can look after everybody. But it's time to put ourselves on the list and bring in more fun, joy, and playfulness, where you can feel free, uplifted, and naturally yourself. So one takeaway today is get out in nature to help step away from burnout and stress, and lower your cortisol, and just feel better, more free and peace inside. So that's it today, Mello.
Hey, I wholeheartedly agree. That's kind of why I live where I live, because it's so beautiful out here and it's quiet and it's peaceful. Although I don't know, Bali, I could be convinced, a little trip to Bali be okay.
Everybody's particularly a spiritual place, and it's just the people, it's the energy there, and everybody, they flew from all over, from the States as well, that came together, and everyone was like, there's just something that you can't describe, because it's a sensing, it's a feeling, and this 5D way of living is, yeah, it is a sensing way forward, not a thinking way forward. So it's working from the bottom up, from your gut to your heart to your head, the three different brains, not from the top down. So yeah, I could see us in Bali doing a bit of sound healing or some breath work or something. It'd be pretty cool.
I think we need a retreat in Bali. That's what I think.
Me too.
I'm putting the intention out there. Retreat in Bali.
Yeah, yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, Sally,
Yeah.
thank you so much for popping in here and sharing this with us, all the way from Australia, in case you couldn't tell. So she's
Yeah.
like a day ahead of us or something.
Yeah, I can tell you tomorrow's a bit overcast, bit cloudy, and a little bit on the chilly side. You got that to look forward to.
Thanks so much, Sally.
All right. Thanks, Mello. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me, everyone.
And before we bring up our next guest, I do want to let everyone know that throughout tonight's pop-up podcast party, I'm going to be taking a minute or two between speakers to tell you about some of the really exciting things happening inside the Rebel Tribe this June. We have challenges, we have conversations, collaborations, workshops, opportunities to connect, and a whole lot of ways for you to get involved. So if you're new to the group, or if you've been quietly hanging out in the background, stick around, because I'm going to be giving you a little sneak peek throughout this whole event. But first, let's keep this momentum going and bring up the next guest. Come on. Says he's joining. Technology is wonderful when it works. Oh, and there he is. Coming. He's coming.
Hi there.
Hello, there he is. One of our rebel allies. Yes, I know. People are used to seeing mostly women in the group, but we do have some men.
Absolutely.
And we call them our allies. So, Gary, welcome. Everyone meet Gary Whitney. He is, oh goodness, I still have a cough. I'm going to let him tell you what he is doing and what he's all about because I need to get a drink before I start hacking and coughing again.
I can understand where you're coming from with that. I'm dealing with a little bit of an aftermath of some bronchitis myself, so my heart goes out to you. You have my sympathies for that. Um, Thank you for having me, Melodian. It's an honor to have the opportunity to spend some time with the Rebel Tribe as an ally, 100%. Basically, I am the founder of the spiritual enterprise known as Forward Progress, which is devoted to helping people improve their relationship to reality. I know, a simple goal, really. I get that. My work combines what I call spiritual science with consciousness exploration using a variety of tools and practices that I've developed and studied over the past 15 years. So I've got a background in including training in hypnosis, brainwave entrainment, the human chakra system, and a wide range of other occult and esoteric disciplines, but those are the main ones. One of the things I work with is called Beat technology. It's a sound-based system designed to help people explore different states of consciousness. Also work extensively with frequency-based approaches to the human chakra system and other human energy dynamics. It's all tied together. There's a quote, as a matter of fact, that is attributed to Nikola Tesla that has deeply influenced my work. It says, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So, whether we're talking about our physical health, emotional well being, mental patterns, or spiritual development, frequency and vibration are this lens, if you will, where we can understand ourselves and our experience of reality. So, am I to understand that today's topic is, or one of the topics or threads is the experience of joy? Is that correct?
That is our whole theme in June is going to be
Okay,
joy.
perfect, perfect, perfect. Well, one of the ways of looking at it within the forward progress framework. Two of the primary pathways to joy are love and freedom. When we those are two of the primary pathways or goals or outcomes of pursuing the pathway of forward progress. When we can cultivate, I feel like when we can cultivate greater love in our lives and also free ourselves from limiting beliefs and fears and unconscious patterns that may be holding us back, joy can almost tend to emerge naturally just from following that pathway, if that makes sense. So
Absolutely.
I basically we're we're all travelers, on this shared journey. There's one consciousness split up into all of these individual experiences. It's the universe discovering itself. So each of us begins adrift basically in a sea of infinite possibilities. Over time, we begin to navigate our path through the conscious use of mind, body, and spirit. And so that results in what we might call a deepening of the understanding of our relationship with reality. We gain the ability to chart a more intentional course the deeper we get into this exploration. So forward progress is in many ways a modern reimagining of an ancient concept, the mystery school. So we're actually preparing for our inaugural class, and if anything I am sharing or will share or have shared resonates with our audience, then I would be honored to connect. You can visit forwardprogress.org, reach out through the contact page, and we can begin a dialogue, a conversation about your questions, your challenges, and where you are on your journey and how maybe we might be able to help each other to do so, to make progress on that journey, forward progress on that journey. So, with that said, I just want to thank you. Thank you for the work you're doing to empower this new generation of travelers. And I'm excited to hopefully continue to be part of these ongoing conversations, explorations, and revelations that we are all a part of. So, again, like I said, it's been an honor and pleasure to spend time with you in this tribe this evening. So I hope to see you again.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Gary. And yes, there's going to be so much going on in the future. So I'm glad you're going to be around to help bring some of that to fruition, actually. Yeah. We have plans.
Yes.
LaRonda and I have talked. We have plans.
You have a devoted friend and cohort in me. So please, I look forward to it.
Thanks so
Thank you.
much, Gary.
Bye-bye.
All righty. Before we bring up our next guest, I want to tell you about something coming up next week that I'm really excited about. On June 8th, we are kicking off the Confidence Reset Challenge inside the Rebel Tribe, and it's completely free for members of the group. Because one of the biggest myths out there is that confidence is something you're born with. Some people have it and some people don't. And I don't believe that for a second. And I speak from personal experience. So trust me when I tell you that confidence is something you build, it's something you practice, it's something you develop one small step at a time. So during the challenge, I'll be sharing daily activities, worksheets, journal prompts, and practical exercises designed to help you quiet that inner critic, recognize your strengths, and start showing up more confidently in your life and your business and your relationships. These are all things that I have used in the past. Trust me, if you knew me even just a few years ago, you know, okay? So, and honestly, tonight tonight is a great example of that because every person who said yes to grabbing the microphone is practicing confidence in real time. So if you'd like to join us, just watch the group for details because we start June 8th. Now, let's meet our next rebel. It's the amazing Lana DeRue. She's coming.
Hi.
There she is. Yes.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing really well.
Okay, let me tell you about this woman who was able to do miraculous things with me, like through the computer. I still haven't figured out how she did it, okay? But let's just say she helped me solve several issues that I was dealing with and we've never met face to face. It was all done through the internet. So I don't know how, okay? But trust me,
sometimes I
whatever
don't
she
know how
does, it's
either.
real and it works. So you need to listen to whatever it is she's going to offer today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I've been working on self-healing since 2011. And I've done it with essential oils, and then I moved into emotion, body, and belief code, and certified in access bars. And I am also doing what's called liquid fishing. So, why would anybody want to do something so crazy? Well, our bodies have a way of telling us when something is wrong. So, I was just recently diagnosed with a pretty hefty diagnosis. And with that, I had to really look at my emotions because I know that that is a trigger. There's a trigger. It can be a trauma, it can be family relations. In my case, it was trauma, family relationships that caused these symptoms of mine to surface. And I wasn't even really aware that something was going on. Until it happened. And I felt a lump in my breast, and then it just got so bad. And I ended up having to go to the doctor and receive, not a diagnosis anybody ever wants to get, but I had to start working really quickly on the energy side of my healing, because I know that there's so many people that actually get treatments, but they may not be as effective because it comes back. And why does it come back? It comes back because of our emotions. And sometimes we just don't know, because we think consciously that we may have forgiven somebody for whatever they've done to us, and we maybe didn't really fully release that, or for whatever reason, it just gets stuck in our bodies. And when it gets stuck in our bodies, it causes blockages. So what I do is I help to release those blockages by using some fun little techniques. And so what I'm offering is what I call a tune-up, or just kind of a quick little releasing session. So if you reach out to me, I'll give you my number. It's 510-219-3224. You can text me and set up a time, or I'm also on Calendly, but I don't know how to get that to you right now. But I do what's called a circuit check. So what I'm looking for is any emotions that are blocking your meridians. So that's part one. And then I'm also doing a clearing on your, just kind of, it could be just, are you clear? Because sometimes we can have blockages just so that we can't even move forward. So that's kind of the starting point. Check to be sure I'm clear, check to be sure you're clear. And then I will move into maybe health, do, one or two things to just do a little bit of quick clearing for you. And I don't know if you have any questions, Melodine, but maybe not.
I have no question. You won't tell me how you did all this stuff. It's your own personal woo-woo stuff, so I know you won't tell me. So
well, it's not actually. What I will tell you, if you see this book, this is Jimmy Mack. So he does some online fishing. So I've been doing like more difficult, deeper dives into things that maybe tell you a story, where you can actually do some quick clearing. And the reason why I wanted to incorporate this into my practice is because I could help more people for a less price. I just know that there's sometimes I don't jump in and do something just because the price is so high. But if I can just try something for us, just a little bit of money, then I can see, is it going to help? So then if it is, then of course, if you want to do a deeper dive, you can do a deeper dive. But he has A to Z Healing, which is a really neat book. You can get it on Amazon. But just learning the fishing technique, which is when you're moving something out, it goes this way, and when you're bringing something in, it goes this way. So I just certified in his basic course, just to add that to whatever I do already. And then I'm going to take his second program, but he said, just give me take 2 weeks to really do a lot of the fishing. So I'm offering a good deal so that I can practice and get faster at it and help. It doesn't matter if it's your animals or money, or just your mind's not clear, your health isn't clear, and we can clear your systems. And whatever I can do within a quick time, I'm doing the 15-minute session. And you don't even have to you can just text me and say, hey, this is what's going on, and I can do it for you. If you want to feel the effects of it, however, then we would have to do a Zoom call or a phone call. And then I would work with you on how to feel the sway. It's like a sway test. Unless, of course, you do muscle testing already, then you can also do muscle testing alongside when I'm doing the muscle testing to help you. And also with essential oils, it's like there's so many out there and a lot of people don't know what to do. But if something comes up, you can always text me and I can help you know, what to do to pick the right, or to even teach you how to do the muscle testing so that you can pick the right essential oils for you. I'm in my healing using a combination of diet and essential oils and energy healing. And unfortunately, I had to have radiation, but I'm healing very quickly and having good results from that. And I'm opting to do everything else natural. And so we'll see where it goes.
And I will attest to the fact that she will tell you exactly what oils you needed, because that is one of the things she did for me. I woke up that day just thinking to myself that I needed to restock my oils. And the first one that popped in my mind was it's like, oh, I'm almost out of rose oil. I need to stock up on rose oil. And then I did a podcast episode with Lana, and she did her magic stuff for me. And she's like, you need rose oil. I said,
It's
yes,
very
I know.
interesting. Yeah, it's interesting because intuitively we know, and I try to teach that too, because if you don't know how to use the oils, whatever oils you have purchased, you can always ask, what oil do I need? And that's because they're energy based. They help with the emotion too. They just release it differently. So, but they also give you the compounds that your body needs to heal. So,
So
that's what
yes,
I
so
do.
she knows what she's talking about. So Lana, thank you so much. I appreciate you
You're
for being with us
welcome.
tonight. And
Thank you. So
yes,
happy to see you.
thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Before we bring up our next guest, I want to tell you about another free resource coming to the Rebel Tribe this month. Our very own Sharon Reese is creating a special 7-day mini Jump for Joy devotional for the group, and she's going to be making it completely free for members. So since June is our joy month, it seemed like the perfect opportunity to spend a few minutes each day reflecting on gratitude, peace, purpose, and finding joy in the middle of real life, and not just when everything is going perfectly. So one of the things I love about the Rebel Tribe is that it isn't just me creating content. We have amazing members with incredible gifts and experiences and wisdom to share. And Sharon is one of those people. So be watching for the Jump for Joy devotional as we move into June. I think it's going to be a wonderful addition to everything else we have planned this month. And speaking of amazing people, we have another guest. It's Lena. There she is.
Can
It's
you hear me?
Lena. How are you, lady?
I'm good. I'm sitting here like, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, okay. I think it was just my volume. I was like, oh, my name on there says Jeremy, so I'm Jeremy today.
Well, fortunately, I've known you long enough to know, okay, I know who that is. That's Lena.
Yeah, yeah, it says Jeremy. That's all right, though. I didn't even notice that.
It's all good. Like I said, I've known you long enough to know I know who that is. That's her. It's okay.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. What are you working on? What do you want to share with us?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought I'd just jump on and say hi.
Okay. I know you've
I'm
been
not,
working on a bunch of stuff because I've seen it.
yeah, I've been working on more art for Art on the Border that's happening in Fort Smith in July. And so it'll be my first actual real art show, I guess,
Ooh,
that I'm ever doing. I mean, I've displayed my work at, little places here and there, but have never actually done an art show. So this will be interesting.
cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so I don't know, I've been working on, I'll show you.
And
I've
that's a
got one
pretty
with
big
these.
deal out here. The Art on the Border,
Yeah,
that's a pretty big show out here.
these it's a tactile piece. It's an octopus. It
Cool.
doesn't relay very good on video, but it's covered in like glitter and like
Oh,
little
we can
marble.
see the sparklies, trust me.
Yeah, the what do you pearls, and then I molded I made the little doodad there. What is he, an octopus? I guess. I don't know. Purple on purple. I've got a red on red upstairs, but I've just been working on little tactile pieces and just experimenting with art and doing that kind of thing. That's what I've been working on.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
sparkly stuff. You know me, I like sparkly stuff.
And then I sent off a bunch of work to Hawaii. And I guess the state of Hawaii is interested in buying some art to keep in their permanent, collection at the museum. So that's pretty wild for me.
That's cool.
And I'm like, cool, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's all
Museum.
that's what I've been doing. And cleaning.
Which museum in Hawaii is it going to? Do you know?
I don't know yet. I don't know. They didn't say, so they just said it would be in a permanent display of art. And I'm like, well, let's go.
Bring it.
So yeah, I don't know. I've been cleaning. Because I get a lot of donations of art supplies. And so I was actually on here talking to a lady who's wanting to put together a group of some people who are high functioning autistics and wants to do an art class with them, because I do my free art class. And so I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I think we're gonna do like a sports themed painting because they're into sports. So I've got to figure out some kind of a sporty painting to do because free art classes. I'm trying to do that every month,
I
just to
know, I
keep it
see those.
free. Huh?
I see you promoting those all the time. That's cool.
Yeah, just something for the community. And I've got a ton of stuff. And so I'm trying to clean because it looks like hoarders in here at the moment because I just take it and dump it. And then I'm like, ooh, it's time to go through all these doom piles because they're everywhere. And so, I probably on this last, donation run, I probably had nearly 60 canvases that were donated.
Well, that's cool.
That's very awesome. And a bunch of paintbrushes and a bunch of paint. And so I'm pretty excited because now I can have several more classes and people won't have to spend a dime, unless they want to donate some money. I never say no to that because that just buys more supplies. So, so that's what I've been working on, just trying to get stuff cleaned up. And then I'm gonna try to make some like kits, like art kits that I can put it down at the food pantry.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Yeah, because I've got so much stuff. There's so many watercolors and markers, and I mean, I'm inundated to a point where I'm like, oh, what I get myself into. And so I've got a pretty big pile sitting here where I'm like, okay, I've got to figure out some kind of like bag where I can put the paints and the brushes and like little instructions. And I want to make several to put down at the food pantry so people can take some art home and make their own thing, and not have to worry about buying supplies. They can go home and be creative.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Girl, you
that's
do
what I've
so
been up
much.
to.
You do so much.
I
You
try.
really do. You do so much.
I try. I mean,
Like one of
I'm
my
a
favorite
shut-in,
humans.
but I don't let that stop me.
You're like one of my favorite humans.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. I have fun doing it. So it's just, it's like when you're stuck at home, you're just trying to find something to do. And I don't want to just sit around and watch TV. I could sit around and watch TV and waste the day away, but I would rather be doing something. So art and putting together kits and then trying to do a free class once a month for the community. It's like trying to do something, other than just sitting here and being depressed.
And I
Yeah.
know those free art classes are very well received. I know because I hear people talk about them,
Yeah.
how much fun they
Yeah.
are.
We've had the last one, nobody showed up, and I was like, well, I think it's because we're going into summertime. So I made a post today, and there's like a bunch of people super interested. So I may try to like set something up for July because I'm going to need a month to get through through the horde of things. It's so bad. I'm like, how did I get here? But I was going almost weekly, picking up the freebies, and all the stuff. And so, and then I'm going through my mother's stuff, and that's another. She was very much into arts and crafts, so that's like a huge load of stuff. It's like walking in the Hobby Lobby, basically. And so, yeah, yeah,
You crafty people, you are. You are all closet hoarders. I know. My daughter's a
yes,
crafter, and yes, I know.
yes.
I am not, so I am not, but she is, and I know a lot of other people. And yes, you all have your stuff.
There's stuff, trust me. I keep looking around and going, oh, and I do this sometimes. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. But the bad part is, I have this old trailer house out back that I use for storage, and it's a 3-bedroom old trailer. Like it's non-livable, but it doesn't leak, which is a good thing, and it's
Yeah.
been gutted. And so I just use it for storage. Yeah, there's one bedroom that is it's pretty bad. It's like you name it, I probably have it. Broken Barbies, toys, every kind of bead, ribbon, glue, scissors, just there's so much stuff. But the goal for me is by winter time to have all these things organized so that I can walk in there and say, here's a bin, it's all Broken Barbies. Here's a bin, it's all toys. Here, because I use that stuff in tactile art, and then I've got a huge bag of ribbon, and I want to put them on dowel rods so that I can just have all the ribbons so I can just grab and go for whatever class I might be teaching, or so I've got long-term goals and short-term goals. Yeah. Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah. Anyways, I don't want to keep you too long because I know you're doing like 3 to 5 minutes, and yeah, that's what I've been up
Alrighty.
to.
Well, thank you. Keep us posted on your art show. Like I said, I know Art on the Border is a big deal out here. So
Yeah. Yeah, they
um,
raise a lot of money for charities. Like they raise like over 100,000 for them. So, 30% of the sales for my artwork would go to charity. So that's awesome.
sweet. I'll try to get
Yeah.
down there to see your display, your exhibit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And I think they're doing like an online auction because I had to donate a piece of art, and I think they're going to do that online for people who can't go. They can bid on a piece of art.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can own a Lena original.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Do you have a lot more people after me?
Well, we have a few actually. So yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome. Thanks
Cool.
for having me tonight.
And thanks for popping on here. I had no
Yeah,
idea how this was going to go when I decided to do it. So I'm pleasantly surprised.
that's awesome. Well, have fun tonight. I'm gonna go make my dinner.
Thanks, girl.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Now, before we bring up our next guest, I do want to tell you about something new we're trying in June. Every Tuesday at noon, we'll be going live with Faye, our lovely Faye, lovely known as the Oracle in the group. Every Tuesday at noon, Faye will be hosting a live 15-minute peace break for the tribe. As part of our June joy theme, she's creating a space for us to pause and take a breath and reconnect with ourselves in the middle of busy lives and busy schedules. I mean, it's summer, so kids are out of school, things are going on. We are busier now than ever. And one of the things I love most about what the Rebel Tribe is becoming is that our members are stepping up and sharing their unique gifts and talents. Faye has a beautiful heart for helping people find calm and peace. And I think these weekly peace breaks are going to be a wonderful addition to the group. So if you've been feeling stressed or overwhelmed or like you just need a few minutes to reset, I hope you'll join Faye on Tuesdays at noon. And now let's welcome our next guest. Hello, hello. This is Melanie. She is my other favorite human in the world. You just met one of them before, Melanie. You met Lena. Now you're meeting my other favorite human in the world. I have two. I have more than two, but these two are right up there. How are you, lady?
Hang on. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. What's going on in your world?
Oh Lord, what is not going on in our world? I guess I woke up today, so that's a blessing, right?
That's always a plus.
So,
Yes. So tell us all about your organization because I love what you do.
oh, thank you. So I'm Melanie Vollmer. I'm the founder and executive director of Pause Forward Foundation, and I'm a veteran. When I left the military, I carried things home with me that I didn't have words for. A lot of veterans do. Post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injuries, and military sexual trauma. These are invisible wounds, but they are just as real and just as devastating as anything that you can see on the outside. For many, especially women navigating the specific complexities of MST, the isolation that follows deployment can be the hardest battle of all. What I found is that one of the most powerful tools of healing isn't a pill or a program. It's a dog. But I do want to be clear. I'm not talking about a pet. I'm talking about a highly calibrated medical grade elite trained service dog. At Pause Forward Foundation, our dogs undergo rigorous training and prepares them to pass strict public access tests and meet the highest standards of the assistant dog industry. These animals are precision-trained partners. They are taught to physically interrupt nightmares before they fully take hold. They utilize scent work to detect cortisol spikes, recognizing a panic attack before the veteran even feels it, and applying deep pressure therapy to regulate their handler's nervous system. They provide mobility assistance and physical bracing for those with injuries. Most importantly, they give a veteran a reason to get out of bed in the morning. The research is clear. The results are life-changing. But here's the problem. Training a dog to the elite level, socializing them, proofing them for ADA public access, and tailoring their task work to a specific individual takes thousands of hours. Because of that, a fully trained service dog can cost anywhere from $25,000 to $50,000. Most veterans can't afford that. And the gap between the people who are suffering in silence and the resource that could literally save their lives is exactly why I started Pause Forward Foundation. Pause Forward Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit based right here in Northwest Arkansas, and our mission is simple: zero cost placement of elite service dogs to veterans who need them. No one should have to fight a silent war alone because they couldn't afford the help. But we aren't just placing dogs, we are building a therapeutic ecosystem. Through our network of volunteer puppy socializers, professional trainers, and community partners, we are creating safe space for mental health advocacy, MST awareness, and peer support. We also extend our services to service members, first responders, law enforcement, and their immediate families, with a focus on MST survivors and women's mental health. We know that trauma doesn't affect just the individual, it affects the whole home. We are in our launch phase right now, and this is the moment where community support makes all the difference. Whether you are a business owner looking to partner with a local nonprofit, a potential donor, or someone who simply believes in taking care of the people who stood on the front lines for us, we need you to fight. And the best way to get involved right now is to join us this Saturday for our Glow Forward event. We will be at the Luther George Park in Springdale from 3 p.m. until 9 p.m. It is completely free to the community. We will have live music, great food, local vendors, and you can register for our Twilight Walk. It is going to be an incredible evening. You can find out more and connect with us at pauseforward.net or on our social media page. We have an Instagram and a Facebook. Every single dollar goes directly towards our training programs and placing a life-saving dog with someone who needs one. One paw at a time, we are healing our heroes, and we would love for you to be part of that mission.
Tell me more about this walk, because I keep seeing it on Facebook and I don't really know what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So our walk is it's a very casual 2-mile walk. It's basically you're going to get on the Greenway and you're going to go from Luther George Park all the way to Huntsville, and then you're going to turn back and come back. So it's 1 mile one way, 1 mile back. You are not obligated to do the whole thing. If you just want to do, a quarter of it, if you want to do the whole thing, if you want to run the whole thing, you certainly can. We're going to have everyone decked out in our glow sticks. And so since it is D-Day, you would normally D-Day is storming the beaches of Normandy, but this time we're going to storm the sidewalks of the Greenway to show that we are now moving forward, not just as individuals, but as a community together, that we're going to start understanding trauma and we're going to start healing one another. And so I got goosebumps there for a second. But that's what the walk is. So there, you can bring your dog as long as they're on a leash and they don't rip somebody's face off. So good behavior, puppy dog.
I don't know. My chihuahuas are pretty vicious. I don't know.
Hey now, those little ankle biters now. So, but yeah, you don't have to have a service dog to walk. As long as they're on a leash and they're on good behavior, bring them out, take a walk. You can even deck your dogs out in glow sticks. I'm really hoping that everybody decks their dogs out. Like, I really am. So, yeah.
I don't think my little guys would go for that. They would be vicious at that point. They'd be like, Mom, what is this on us?
What is it? Like it. No, I love it. I love it. So, but yeah, I mean, that's our Twilight Walk. You don't have to do it. You can come out and just listen to music, listen to we've got 4 different bands. So we've got country, we've got rock and roll, we've got a DJ, we've got the Soldier Songs of Voices, which I think is kind of acoustic. I'm not entirely sure. And then we've got an amazing presentation about D-Day, and then Keith with the 101 Lost Battalion is going to release 40 pigeons into the air, and they're going to, swarm up, and then they're going to fly back to Westport. So it's going to be peaceful. It's going to be beautiful. And I mean, I'm just excited that everybody gets to eat the food. Of course, I won't be partaking in the food, but I would love people to tell me that it tastes good, so then I can imagine it in my own mouth. That sounds awful.
Is this for anybody, or is it just for veterans, or what's it?
Oh, no, everybody, anybody, everybody. You can be, a supporter. You can be a veteran. You can be a firefighter. You can be law enforcement. You just want to have a safe and fun outing. Come on out. Like I said, we're going to be there from 3 p.m. until 9 p.m. Listening to good music. Grab a blanket, grab a lawn chair. Come on out. Just have fun. This is what it is. It's getting the community together in a safe environment. And so bring the kids, bring the dogs, bring the people, bring everybody. Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
I'm hoping that it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, me, I'm just like, I'll make it fun. I will make it fun. So, yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be a good thing. Yeah, we'll try to be there.
Say that one more time. Oh, did you say you're going to try to be there?
Yeah, I said we'll try to be there.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I would love to see you guys, you and your hubby, and if you want to bring your dogs, please bring them. If not, I understand, so.
And my dogs don't play well with others, as small as they are. So they're pretty spoiled, so they do not play well with others. We might. We're trying to get them trained so that they're more sociable.
I get it. No, I love it. I love it. So yeah, love to see you out there. So yeah.
Alrighty, cool. Is there a cost?
So for the event, no. If you want to do the walk, we do try to ask for it's a $25 registration, and that's really only to, help us fundraise, obviously. But that's the only cost. If you want to do the walk, we would love for you to, if you're able to, purchase the walk, I would really love it, because that helps us, help the veterans, help the applicants, help us, train the dogs to give them a zero cost placement to the applicant, obviously. But yeah, to come on out to listen to music, absolutely not. It's all free, and I think there's a splash pad, and then there's the playground. So, your kids will have tons of entertainment. And if you don't like any of the food that we have, obviously, you can go right across the street onto Emma, and you can bring drinks, you can bring food from the restaurants into the park. But hopefully that you do enjoy the food. We've got the Atomic Hot Dog, so the guy that sells hot dogs, and then we have I think it's a Tex-Mex food truck. We have the Green Emerald. We've got someone that can make like awesome, sodas. She's got root beer floats for dessert. We have a shade of ice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, well, as long as there's coffee, I will be there. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be good with the bands playing and, all the food that you could possibly imagine. If there are more hookups, believe me, I would invite every food truck in town. But we only have so many hookups, to give to the food trucks. But absolutely, come on out. It's going to be great. It's going to be good. Good, free entertainment. If you are on a budget and you don't want to cook dinner and you enjoy country rock and roll or a DJ, bring the kiddos out. So.
Sweet. All righty. I will be there.
All right.
I love what you're doing for our veterans. It is so needed and so appreciated. So
yeah.
I have a dog trying to climb into my lap right now. It's the big goopy one.
Yeah. Oh.
The big goopy, the big Aussie. No, you can't get up here. You're too big. Well, thank you, lady. I appreciate you hopping on here and sharing that with us. And hopefully I will see you and some of our listeners that are just finding out about this. Hopefully I will see all of them there too.
All right. Awesome. That would be great. All right. Well, you have a good one.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. Before we bring up our next guest, yes, I want to tell you about another opportunity coming up in June. Douglas Myrick will be leading a special meditation reset session for the Rebel Tribe. I don't have all the details finalized yet, but the goal is to give members an opportunity to slow down, clear some mental clutter, take a break from the constant noise and distractions that seem to surround us every day. Because sometimes what we need isn't more information or another strategy. Sometimes we just need a chance to pause and to breathe and to reconnect with ourselves. So as more details become available, we'll be sharing them in the group, but I'm excited that Douglas has agreed to share this experience with us in our community. It's going to be awesome. If you've met Douglas, you know it's going to be good. It's just another example of the incredible gifts and talents that exist within the Rebel Tribe. So now let's meet our next guest. Stop. Ow, hey, don't bite.
Hello.
Hello, yet another one. Three of my favorite humans, like one right after another. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, Pierre. How are you?
I'm doing good. This is my rest day today.
Rest day today?
It's reflecting.
So tell us what's going on in your world. You just wrote that wonderful book. Tell us what's going on. Pierre's an author and a poet, and I love his book.
Uh, just really writing and focusing on content creation. Focus on storytelling.
Storytelling. Yes.
Uh, Writing out real life experiences that give out value and teach people how to look at the good and bad situations and how to find the nuggets, the golden nuggets in life. And not just find them, but how to express to the world for they can use it too as well.
Ow. Hey, ow. Sorry. Dog biting me. All right. Gabi, stop. How's the other book going? Is it
Going really good.
ow. Did you bring it with you? Do you have it so you can show? Because I love it when you read from your book to us or you
Uh,
recite your poetry.
no, I didn't bring it with me, but I
What the
have it.
heck?
I have it with me 24/7 on my notes.
You gonna recite a poem for us?
Oh yeah, of course. I just shared one on Facebook today. Uh, which one? Pulling it up right now. Give me a second.
You're good. I'm trying to fend off a dog trying to get up in my lap, so you're fine. Get down, behave.
Let me. I'll just pull it up.
Stop. Here, look at the toy. Pesky little creature. Yeah, you.
It's okay to think big in small places.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah.
Share that. That's a good one.
Yeah. See, it's okay to think big in small places, to plant dreams in rooms that don't match their size. Greatness doesn't need permission. It just needs a heart that refuses to shrink its vision to fit their size. It's crazy how the eyes tell lies. I learned not to measure my future by the space I'm standing in. Some call it limitations. Guess what? I call it God working from within. I built hope in quiet while the world rushed past me loud. I was learning how to stand tall before I ever stood in the crowd. Small places taught me patience, taught me how to listen and wait, how to trust when the doors stay closed and still believe it wasn't too late. I carry purpose in my pocket, faith open right next to fear. Every step felt uncertain, but obedience brought me here. I fell where nobody clapped, got up when nobody saw, learned that strength isn't noise, it's getting back, going after it all. God shaped me in hidden seasons when the spotlight wasn't so kind. What felt like being overlooked was really God protecting my time. So with growing in tight spaces, don't rush what's being formed. Roots go deep in the darkness before they ever face the storm. It's okay to think big in small places. That's where vision learns to breathe. Because when God expands your territory, you won't break, you'll only believe.
I love your poems. He's got a whole book full of them. What's the book? Tell us about the book. Tell us about your book.
Where I'm at was loud. I had to mute it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I
It's
wanted
like,
you to tell us about your book because I love your book and I want other people to read it.
oh, it's called I Am Poetry on Amazon. It's basically inspiring people that been through trauma or any type of life experience that traumatized them. It's for people that've been through divorce. It's for people that's been through addiction or any type of hard thing in their life to inspire them to keep going and to share their testimony with the world.
See, you
Yeah,
know how I'm always telling you to share your story?
to share your story.
Yes, you know how I'm always
That's
saying that? I'm always preaching that, share your story. Pierre is a classic example of what can happen when you finally decide to share your story. Not only do
that
you end up healing yourself in a lot of ways, but you reach so many other people who are going through the same thing, and suddenly they're like, oh, wow, if this guy can do it, I can do it.
facts. It's true. And then facts tell, but stories sell. That's what they say. That's what the gurus say. Facts tell, but stories sell. Why? Because
Well,
a lot
that's
of
right too.
people, a lot of people share stuff online. They come online, they share stuff, but it's the things that they're sharing and how they're sharing it. They're not telling the story of their lived experience and how to uh people grasp onto stories and it allows them to be vulnerable and transparent with others too. Once they see that you're transparent and authentic, it gives them a space to share what's going on in their lives, to share their experience, and allows them to open up because transparency leads to transformation. Let me say that again, just in case anyone in the back missed it. Trans- Transparency leads to transformation. The more transparent you are, the more transformed you allow yourself to get. See, because transparency leads to transformation. What isn't repeated gets deleted, but what is repeated lasts forever. That's why I repeated it 3 times. You feel like that's boring. Why you keep saying the same things over and over? I understand. But what isn't repeated gets deleted, but what is repeated lasts forever. Don't get bored with it, get paid with it. Let me say that again. Don't get bored with it, get paid with it. People start working on things and they keep doing the same thing over and over, and then they get bored with it and they stop doing what works.
Yep, that's pretty much how it works. And like I said, I keep telling everybody, if you really want to stand out, you need to share your story because again, not only is it healing for you and transformational for you, but there are people out there right now that are going through the same thing you went through, and they're just looking for someone.
Yeah. They're waiting for you to share your story, and it allows them to like, you know what? I could share my story, and it gives them the courage to share theirs and their confidence. Because once soon as you share, it opens up something inside of them to to allow them to become to uh to be brave enough to share it. Because sometimes people don't want to share those things, but allow as you share yours, it allows other people to open up as well.
Exactly. So, and Pierre is a classic example of how to do that. In fact, he put his in a book in poetry form. So, I firmly believe everybody has a book inside them. That's my own personal belief that we all have a book inside us. We just need to put it down, whether it be in prose or in poetry, it doesn't matter. We all have a book inside us that we just need to share with the world our story. So,
It don't have to be 16 chapters. When you first It doesn't. When you first learn how to tie your shoe, you don't just like your mom didn't teach you just how to just tie the whole shoe. She taught you one step at a time. People try to write 16 chapters. How about you just start with 3 and make your book like 20 to 30 pages and then go from there. And then go to 50 pages, then go to 60 and maybe 70 and then 100. By then you got like 5 books instead of like procrastinating, because procrastination is the assassination of all dreams. The more you procrastinate, the more you assassinate anything that could come to light.
you have such a gift with words. I love it.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah. I
It's
know. That's something I've been working on forever. It's something that comes natural. Like I've always written in the hardest times I've written because they became my stepping stones to a better life. Every time I have an obstacle, I write, and it allows me to step up higher in life. So I use my poetry and every page as a stepping stone. So life threw a rock at me. I just An obstacle, which I mean is that life threw an obstacle at me when my mom died, when my dad died, and other things in life, and I just wrote about it, and it allowed me to use my those pages as stepping stones to get to the next phase of my life.
Sorry,
And
I'm
that's
still
what
recovering
I
from
say to
COVID.
everyone. When life throws stones at you, just make a step out of it, right? Some people say, I killed two birds with one stone, but over here we say, we feed two birds with one piece of bread and allow yourself to be fed, not just you, but the people close to you as well. Because a lot of people throw stones. They throw stones at new opportunities. They throw stones at new mindsets. They kill it. They throw stones at a new way of living. They kill it. Everything that God has shown you to take action on, you threw a stone at and killed it. But how about we just feed two birds with one piece of bread today? Because words matter, and the way you say it matters, and the order that you say them in matters.
I love it. I do love it. I love seeing everything you post online. It's always, I don't want to say inspirational all the time, but it's always something that needs to be said, and somebody needs to hear it. It's just, yeah, it just is. So if you have not read Pierre's book, I highly recommend you go get it. It's on Amazon. I Am Poetry. It's awesome. Stop dogs. Pierre, thanks for showing up and sharing all that with us. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely.
You have a great night. Loving that
too.
Florida sunshine.
Yeah, it's going down now here in Florida. Have a great night.
You too.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So later this month, we're going to be hosting a special something I want to tell you all about before we welcome our next guest. A little sneak peek at something coming up later this month. Many of you know that I have been working on my newest book, The Confidence Reset, and we're getting a lot closer to launch. And I meant what I said. I firmly believe that we all have a book inside us. So later this month, we're going to be hosting a special Confidence Reset book launch party for my new book, Inside the Rebel Tribe. Now, if you've been around here for any length of time, then you know this isn't just a book about confidence. It's about learning to stop letting self-doubt run the show and taking the same small practical steps toward becoming the person you were meant to be, the same ones that I took when I learned to become more confident. Because like I said earlier, anyone can learn to become more confident. It's a skill. It's something you can practice. It's something you can build. And the book has been a labor of love, and I'm excited to finally be getting it into the hands of readers. So I'll share more details about that as we get closer, but I wanted to give everyone just a little preview tonight. And now let's welcome our next guest. Looky, looky, it's our own Faye. It's our own Faye Nolman.
Half asleep.
Because she's an hour ahead of us. So she's like, we done yet?
I've done my day.
Well, at least you're not like Sally. She's a whole day ahead of us. Okay.
There's got to be a way to bring everybody together in the same time.
Oh no, wouldn't it be wonderful? Just like
It would. It would make life a whole lot less complicated.
I know. I love it when I'm having a podcast or something and my guest is in a different country. It's hard enough when they're in this country, just a different time zone. But man, when they're in another country trying to figure out a time. I mean, I have recorded at 2 in the morning because it was the only time that we could hook up because they were like, we're over here. We're like
Oh,
15 hours ahead of you.
oh my goodness.
It's okay.
That's crazy.
I know. Try and the time when Andy and Penelope and I, because Penelope was in Australia, Andy was in the UK, and I was here. So trying to get all three of us in one, that was fun. That was a blast. So yes, time zones make me crazy. But anyway, what did you have to share with us today, Miss Faye?
Oh my goodness. Well, for June to help facilitate Joy for June or June for Joy, however we're promoting it, I am moving past my comfort zone.
I know, isn't it amazing? It's awesome. Faye is stepping way outside her comfort zone. It's awesome.
Way outside. I will be doing some Facebook Live 15 minutes of peace sessions.
Yep, I already told him about that. I was like,
You did you?
I did I? Because that was pretty cool, and I'm excited about it.
It'll be fun.
It will be fun.
And I'll throw some positive hypnotic suggestion in to well, I guess we'll call it a meditation. Just so people leave feeling more uplifted than when they first tuned into the broadcast. So that's something positive. Plus, it'll give people a sense of my voice, how I work. Although with all of the recordings that we have in the Rebel Tribe on the YouTube channel, they can always check there. Although when I look back at some of the older ones, I know that I've shifted and the changes from when those were originally recorded to how things show up now is at another level. It's at a much higher level. So that's a positive thing. And I know you're working on getting that Whispers of Peace conglomeration up on the Stan store. So that's something exciting to look forward to.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. That was your Black Friday offer.
Mhm.
Yeah, I liked that. I bought it. I liked it. It was pretty good. It was
For a an initial offering, and that was also beyond my comfort zone. You've been pushing me beyond
what
my comfort
happens when
zone.
you hang around with me, baby.
Which overall is not such a terrible thing. What I'd love to see is more people, even if they just connect with me, to have a short 15-minute or half an hour conversation about things that are going on in their world. Oftentimes, even with that conversation, we can shift something. Matter of fact, I have a new client coming in the morning, and during our exploratory call, we were on the phone for about 15 minutes, and in that 15-minute conversation, she had a major breakthrough. So that's how quick change can happen with the work that I do when I work with people. And it's just exciting to be able to be part of something like that, to help somebody who may be stuck or has been stuck in that continual mind loop, right? We have these conversations with ourselves all day, every day. We process the same, 6,000 thoughts a day over and over and over on a loop. And until we can close that loop and complete the sequence of whatever needs to be completed, just keeps running that hamster wheel. So wouldn't it be nice to know that without deep diving into the trauma, using simple emotions that you're experiencing, to know that you can release whatever it is you've been holding on or what's been holding you back, and that you'd be able to move forward. I mean, we'll go back to that live insomnia session we did for you.
Yeah,
Miss,
that's pretty fun.
Miss, I can't be hypnotized, and then in under a half an hour, bang, and you're still processing better night's sleep even all these months later.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
yeah.
Every time somebody tells me they suffer from insomnia, I'm like, go watch this video.
I can't believe how big Goblin's gotten.
I know.
Oh my
He
goodness.
was sleeping, but now he suddenly decided he wants to be up and have attention. So here he is.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome,
Here
awesome.
I am. Here I am, the little goblin. The little goblin's not so little anymore.
No, he's not, but he still has those gorgeous eyes. So that's kind of cool. What else? I don't know what else.
Put this intention out there, because if you were well, you guys can't hear while you're waiting. Sally Estlin and I have made the intention, and we will have a retreat in Bali. She just came back from a retreat in Bali, and she said it was wonderful. So we have put the intention out into the universe that we shall have a retreat in Bali.
That is something to look forward to.
I think so.
My understanding.
Go big or
My
go home.
understand. What?
I said, you know me, go big or go. Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
Don't type.
My understanding is those Bali retreats are major life-changing. So that would be cool. And if you're up to the travel aspect of it, uh-oh, I think you froze. Oh, there you are.
Nope. I'm trying to control he's trying to type. I'm like,
Excellent.
Don't put the pause on the keyboard.
Excellent. I would also encourage the members of the group of the Rebel Tribe to participate. Because when you sit on the sideline lurking and just observing, yes, you get benefit, but not the same as if you put some skin in the game. So if you have something that you've done that's worked for you, share it. You don't know. You never know how your sharing is going to help somebody else. Same way when you walk up to the cashier at the grocery store. And if you just simply smile at them, you don't know, they could have been having the worst day ever. And by you taking that half of a second to smile, could positively impact the rest of their day. And then they'll go home, and instead of being all grumbly at their family, perhaps they'll be nicer. Those butterfly wings flap and the vibrations spread out exponentially. You just never know when you're going to positively affect somebody. I've had instances where former students come up to me years later and say, "Do you remember the day you said?" And I have to look at them and say, "No, what was that? When was that?" And they were, because you teach so many classes and you run into so many people, you can't remember every single thing. But when they come up to you and that's the thing that they held on to, and they're still holding on to it, and they remembered it enough to remind you that that's something that helped shift their life. You may never know, but if it does come back to you, wow, it makes it all worthwhile.
Hmm.
It really makes it all worthwhile. The other thing that I could offer is, as along with the Rebel Tribe, I also have a Facebook page called Spiritual Bites, where I do my best to post either helpful hints or things that you can do on your own, tools to help guide you, to give you some positive things that you can use on a daily basis if you're not quite ready to have a one-on-one session, things that you can do to prime the motor, so to speak, and get yourself moving forward.
Okay, don't I?
What did we call it? It's the unchurch.
Oh, heck, I don't even remember now.
Yeah, I think we said it was the unchurch because it's spiritual in nature, but it doesn't matter what you practice. So there's something for everybody. And that's a beautiful thing.
Well, Faye, I appreciate
Uh,
you getting on there and sharing with us about all the stuff that's coming. It's going to be awesome.
It
And
will.
yes. Say bye to your baby boy.
Hi, Goblin, stop typing.
He's actually being very well behaved. I'm surprised. We call him Goblin for a reason, okay?
Oh my goodness, those eyes are like husky eyes.
I know. I don't know what else he's not full blood Aussie. I don't know what else he has in him, but those eyes are they're gorgeous.
Absolutely.
And he's got the best
All right,
eyeliner.
people could also go to my website, anitaescape.com. I've got a bunch of testimonials there. So if you're not sure if there's something that would work, see what other people have said. And there is a contact form, or you can direct message me on Facebook. And I think that's it.
Okay. I appreciate you hopping on here and sharing with us.
It's been fun.
It has been fun. It actually has been
All right,
fun.
sweetie. Time for me to go get in my PJs.
I know it's past your bedtime. I'm sorry. Nighty night.
All right. Nighty night.
Now, before we bring up our next guest, I want to tell you about something fun we're doing in June. We're launching a more and less t-shirt contest inside the Rebel Tribe. The idea is pretty simple. I want you to submit a saying that follows this format: more something, less something. So some examples might be, if you watched the This Is What 40 Looks Like podcast with me and Penelope and Andy, then you will recognize the thought behind this, but like more glitter, less beige, or something like more gratitude, less worry, more courage, less comparison, more joy, less hustle, more, I don't know what, let me think, more authenticity, less approval seeking. Anyway, you get the idea. I could sit here and list them all night. Okay, you get the idea. We'll collect submissions from the group, vote on our favorites. Well, actually, the coaches circle of coaches will pick the winner, and the winning design will be turned into an official Rebel Tribe t-shirt. And the best part is the winner will get the first shirt featuring their saying. So I can't wait to see what everyone comes up with, because if there's one thing that the Rebel Tribe is good at, it's coming up with creative ways to express what matters most. So start thinking about your more and less slogan and keep an eye on the group for details. And now Let's welcome our next guest. He's coming. Crew's coming. No, don't do that. Hello, Sharon.
Hello.
Yes, I have the boy in my lap. He got tired of sleeping down at my feet and decided he needed to be up in my lap. So here he is. If you watch many of my podcasts, you will know that I have two Chihuahuas and an Aussie, and they've all decided that they need to be on camera from time to time. So here they are. How are you?
I am fine.
What's going on in your world?
It is blackberry season. That's what's going on in my
I know,
world.
I've been watching you. I'm excited. I have my raspberry bush didn't get killed over. So many of my plants died over the winter with that cold snap that we had. I was even things that shouldn't have did, but my
Oh,
raspberries
man.
survived, thank God.
No.
The raspberries
Oh.
are,
What?
I said my raspberries survived, so
Yeah, that's a plus.
I know.
I like raspberries better than blackberries, but we haven't had much success with doing raspberries. So, oh well.
Maybe we
We'll
can
take the blackberries.
maybe we can trade. I bring you
Yeah.
raspberries. You bring me blackberries. You're not that far away. You're what, 5 hours?
Yeah.
5 or 6. How close are you to Dallas?
About an hour and 15 minutes.
Which way? Before or after?
No, we're northeast of Dallas.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
it'd be
probably
about
5
4 or
hours.
5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So
to
it's
where
not
you are.
bad.
Yeah.
I could
Not
bring
too
you I could bring you raspberries in exchange for blackberries.
Yeah.
What do you got going on?
Are you ready for me to start my
Yep.
thing? Okay.
Yep. That's why we were all here. It's
Yeah.
to share our stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, have you ever wondered if it's even possible to have joy and hope and peace after losing someone that you love? I have had the occasion to come across so many people who have just gotten stuck in that place of despair and grief and not being able to get past it. Well, when back in 1999, our middle son was in Hawaii working as an intern for the U.S. Geological Survey and went on a hike. And this was over the long Thanksgiving weekend, and he was avoiding a party that his colleagues were going to have. And after the weekend, the long Thanksgiving weekend, we found out that he had not returned from his hike. So the rest of that month was spent looking, praying, fasting, doing all that we knew how to do, and hoping that we would see our son again. We never did, and we never found out what happened to him. But in the midst of that, God met us with such grace and hope and amazing love of people that that he showered upon us things that we couldn't even imagine happening. That we called them Jesus-idences, like coincidences, only Jesus-idences. And in the midst of all of those, we found a lot of hope. And we rewrote our book for those who may still be needing that hope, whether they lost a person dear to them recently or a long time ago. And we hope that our book would be an encouragement just to know that someone else had gone through the same sort of thing. Well, just the other day, I got a testimony from a dear friend that we have known for many years. And I had posted something on Facebook, and this was her response. She said, "We lost our firstborn when he was 26. I wouldn't have healed completely without your book. It is such comfort to read loving words from someone who has been where you are. Thank you. I have shared the book with several folks, and the comments are always the same." And that is only one of many, many testimonies of people who have actually read our book. It has been a great encouragement to them. And we wrote our book for one particular audience, and that is people who are believers in Jesus, who may still be stuck. And there's a verse in 1 Thessalonians 4:13 that where the Apostle Paul is encouraging his readers not to grieve as those who have no hope, because we do have hope. We have hope of eternal presence with God because of Jesus. So we hope that our book will continue to be an encouragement to many people. And we'd be very honored if you would get our book, share it with someone, and help to encourage and provide hope for someone else.
I can attest to the fact that the book is beautiful. I have never lost a child, but I know several people that have. And I have
There it is.
sent them book, and they have been very appreciative, because it really did help them heal, I guess. I don't know that you ever get over it. I can't imagine that I would ever get over losing my child, but it helped them get through the rest of their,
Yeah.
so they weren't constantly mired down by grief.
Yeah. We don't ever totally get over losing someone, I don't think, but we do find a way forward. We find a way through that gives it a lot of times gives a new purpose and a new sense of hope and well-being. So, and this is what it looks like. This was his destination.
Well, Sharon, I can't imagine what it took for you to write that book, but I do appreciate the fact that you did, because I know it has helped a great many people. In fact, I'm getting ready to send it to someone that I know now, or two people actually. Two people that I know have both lost children recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting ready to get a couple copies and send it to them.
Yeah.
So
good. Wonderful.
I know it'll help them greatly. So I appreciate you sharing that. And it's on Amazon, right? Or where do they get it? If anybody.
They can get it from our website, which is just alohaisforever.com. or the electronic version is on Amazon. But if you want the real thing, if you're one of those who likes to hang on to your book and open it and read it, you get it from our website, alohaisforever.com.
Well, thank you. I will be getting 2 copies of the real thing, because you know me, I like real books. So I will be getting 2 copies of the real thing to send to my friends that have recently lost children. And,
Okay, great. Wonderful.
I appreciate the fact that you wrote that. Like I said, I can't imagine what it took for you to actually write that, but I think God knew what he was doing. I guess he knew what was needed, and he helped you write that. So
Yeah, definitely.
thank you so much, Sharon. I appreciate it. And you have a good night.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, before we welcome our next guest, our last guest, I want to answer a question I've already gotten tonight. Yes, several people who couldn't make it have already asked if we'll be doing something like this again. And the answer is absolutely. Okay. Now, whether it's another pop-up podcast party or something a little different, I haven't decided yet. But tonight has already shown me that people want opportunities to connect and share their ideas and be seen. So I've been brainstorming several possibilities, including things like, an author's roundtable, a podcaster's roundtable, a speaker's roundtable, an open mic night, a show and tell event, or something. Who knows? Who knows? The truth is, we have so many talented, interesting people in the Rebel Tribe. And I would love to create more opportunities for members to share their voices and connect with one another. So if you're sitting there thinking, dang, I missed this one, don't worry. I have a feeling that this is just the beginning. So now let's welcome the last guest of the evening. It's Douglas.
Hey, how's it
It's
going?
Douglas.
Hi, everybody.
How you?
I am well. Out here getting a little bit of a tan, but the sun ducked down on the other side of the house.
What's going on?
I am enjoying this beautiful pre-storm breeze. I don't know a storm is coming, but boy, the breeze is acting like.
Oh, it is. I just got word from my Alexa just alerted us that we are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock tonight.
Ooh, it's gonna come running.
So we better hurry up, though. It's running out of time.
How has the event been running?
It's been fun.
Yay.
For a first go around, it's better than I thought.
You have a dog.
I do have a dog. I have several dogs.
I want a petting dog out there. No, I don't. They'll bark. Squirrels back here.
He's actually been fairly well behaved right up until the last few
Oh,
minutes, and then he
puppy.
decided he wanted up in my lap. Don't lick.
Sweet puppy. Oh my goodness.
It's okay. It's okay. He's a big spoiled baby, as are all my dogs.
Yes.
They're nothing
They
but big
just can
spoiled.
Good dog.
Nothing but big spoiled babies.
Yeah, they're the best.
So what do you got going on?
I need to make up my mind whether I'm using the platform called Skool, Skool, Kajabi, Kajubu, or something else. But I'll tell you what we got cooking. As you know, the 18th of this very month will have been 2 years, during which time, a year and a half it took me to painlessly, effortlessly eating junk food and snacks. You've seen me do it. You've seen Facebook. Every night. Peeled off 130 pounds. I'm now wearing blue jeans in the size I wore in 10th grade in high school. But when I started, I was wearing size 50, as you may recall. Big dude, 318 pounds, now 188. And I did it with no sweaty cardio, no walking, no long steps up and down the treadmill. I couldn't do it. My knees were shot. Doc said, don't even do it, buddy. Just figure it out. And I did figure it out. And I want to teach to others how I was able to go from heart medication, sleeping with a CPAP, inflammation, pitting edema on my ankles, wounds that wouldn't heal, pre-diabetic. Now I have no medication, no CPAP. I can run and play with my kids. We can shoot soccer in the soccer goals back here. We can shoot baskets here. We can go and have fun and do the things the human body was intended to do, not to be swollen up, huge, heavy, and fat. Sugar cravings, well, they left, but I still from time to time like to have a little pie. But here's the neat thing, Melodian, I stopped using my method. Christmas, this last Christmas, 12/25/25. It'll soon be the 25th of June, 6 months since I've been off. And since that time, you know what happens when you stop doing what you do to lose weight? It comes back, right?
You get it all right back. Let me tell you, okay? I can vouch for that.
I continued to drop 8 more pounds. It has locked into 188 and it stays there. I've tried it. I've tried eating nasty stuff, going back to fast food. Not even a month later has it moved. I have literally reset my metabolism back to my teenage years. Of course, I'm wearing the pants of that same era. And here's how I did it, and here's what I want to teach everybody in one of those platforms. I want to teach them how that they can go in and clean up the emotion bank of the mind, because that's what the problem is with yo-yo dieting. The body is coping with crap from the past and the present, workplace, relationships, you name it. And it puts armor on, padding, because it feels you're not safe. Well, that's silly, but in the emotion bank, the amygdala, where all of these triggers fire off, it makes perfect sense because it doesn't speak English. It speaks the language of association symbols. And if I feel inside that I'm in danger, the quickest thing it can do is put on adipose tissue, fat, and give us shoulder pads, armor, protection. And men and women who've been in abusive relationships, hostile, toxic workplace environments, situations in their life where they just don't know what to do next. And the stress, the tension, the fear, the indecision overwhelms them. Or maybe they've been in a position where they had to go out and be a single parent. And now they have all the roles, all the responsibility. And it's hard to stop and say, listen, I need to take a break myself. A person in that sort of situation, or in any situation with our busy modern lives, they don't have time to stop and go to the gym to cook strange, unusual meals and hope that it stays off. The meals that I ate were just whatever I had lying around. And I noticed when I cleared away all of those awful, negative associations that kept me in a hostile, fearful state subconsciously, when I removed those, the appetite resolved itself, the cravings resolved itself, the sleep improved. And I was able then to put into practice 3 simple, ordinary, perfectly healthy changes that I had been told clear back to my pre-medical days at the university. This is how you release weight. I say release, not lose. If you were to lose your phone, you would panic trying to find that again because you want to get back what you lost. You lost your car keys, same thing. If you lost your wallet or purse, same thing. Can't wait to get it back. So if you lose weight, guess what the subconscious does?
You'll find it.
By golly, it will find it. And it comes back with more weight than before. But with our system, when you release it by clearing the mind first, all these things are added to you. It's scriptural. It just goes away and it doesn't need to come back. I'm not trying to put on armor. 8 months into the program, I had seen such success. I went and talked to a friend of mine who's a doctor, an osteopath. And she said, you'd better start lifting some weights just to keep the muscle that you have. You don't want your body to start burning muscle instead of the fat. So I listened to her. And then I fell in love with weightlifting. Never once any cardio. They look at me like, when are you going to do some stair step? No, never. Don't have to. That's not how you lose weight. Not if it's stubborn, not if it yo-yos, not if it's emotionally predicated. Now, this isn't for everyone, and I invite people to read up about it before taking the class. Make sure that this is a good fit for them. But I have had some wonderful testimonials from women, 57, 58 years of age, some now in their 60s where they're losing 30, 40, 50 pounds the right way, comfortably, gradually. No hunger, no starvation, the way your body wants to regulate itself. You see, it's not what you eat, it's what's eating you. And here and here. When you calm that down with these simple techniques that I teach, and the rest is it's duck soup. I say 80% of this program that I have enjoyed and that other people have enjoyed is all getting the emotions balanced, regulated, getting rid of that workplace stress, getting rid of those triggers that set us off and put us into that fight, flight, or freeze mode. When you clear that out, your mind can then, through the nervous system regulation, go from fat storing into fat burning. That's it. That's my spiel. Man, does it work. You've probably watched me do it on Facebook with my obnoxious 15-second in the shower mind hacks. People have seen the goods. And the best part, I should tell them, there's very minimal loose skin. When I started, you see the photos if you follow me on Facebook. I could put both forearms completely under my belly and it would still go down and touch my jeans. Huge belly. Hardly any loose skin at all. It's amazing. Just the other day, I posted a picture of me in a towel. I wasn't trying to be creepy or gross. I'm wanting to prove to people what it is that I say is very true.
I don't know. Those shower videos are, I don't know.
Yep. The algorithm trying to brand something. Oh, what's the dog doing?
I was trying to get Hubs to let Gabi out because he wants to go out now.
It's time.
He's done playing with mom. He wants out.
Yeah. Get ahead of the rain.
Hang on, buddy. We're almost done, and then we'll let you out.
Man, that's it. Excited for what's coming up next with Rebel Tribe. I just added a friend.
Sweet.
And I tell you what, she should be writing the books. You should learn her story. Boy, I don't want to speak for her. I wouldn't dare do that. But I mean, she is accomplished. You talk about a woman leader who could inspire others. But I don't want to suggest having her on the show or anything because I haven't talked to her about it yet. Well, I guess I did just talk about it because we're doing a live.
You just did.
I have a lot of respect for her. She has thrived in a male-dominated career. I won't really get into her story, but she didn't just beat him; she beat him badly. And well, I'm proud of her.
If she's in the group, it won't take me long to connect with her and get to know her. And
very impressive person, very smart.
Her story out of her.
Driven. She's kind of leadership that you should have.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm just cheering for everybody. You know me.
You are the resident cheerleader, and we love it.
I will do it. That's all I have on my plate. And I just want to thank you for letting me on here. I appreciate your time and everyone else too.
This has been fun. We'll be doing something. We'll be doing something again. This has been fun.
Getting exciting.
We had a few little. It wasn't quite as smooth as I was hoping. We had a few little issues at the beginning because you know me and tech. It's like if it can go wrong, it will.
It surely will do that.
But we figured it out, so here we are, and we'll be doing them again. So I appreciate you for getting on here and sharing that with us. Because yes, I gained 4 pounds in Florida at Disney World. Eating well, eating well, walking miles, and I do mean miles every day. Drinking water, not crap, and came home and was 4 pounds heavier and said, "That's it, I'm done." And I got the book you gave me, and I started following and yeah, I've already dropped those 4 pounds
There you
plus.
go. There you
So
go.
it's like, I'm done. Okay.
Yeah. You reminded me just now of about this time last year. Went on vacation for 9 days eating fast food and crap and ice cream because the kids are in the car. You know how it is. You just, and I'm thinking, well, I'm done for a couple of months. I'll gain 20 pounds on this trip. 9 days. Got back home. I peeled off and got on that scale. I actually dropped a pound. Isn't that nuts?
That's what convinced me to give your stuff a try for real. Because like I said, I ate good
Oh,
because my daughter's she's a health nut.
right.
She's a nutrition coach, a health coach. So
Oh,
there was
yeah.
like we had no junk foods. We didn't go do the Disney junk foods or anything, and we don't drink. And we walked like you've been to Disney, we walked forever.
Cool. Lots of waiting in line. I saw
Yes,
your Disney ears. I love those.
and so he like said my Disney. I have them. I have them right here.
Yeah,
Got my ears.
that's my buddy. I am so happy you had the trip. My goodness.
But I came home and stepped on the scale and was like, "Are you?" I figured I figured I would have lost at least a pound. Nope, gained 4. And I said, "That's it. I'm done. Like this is
Great.
ridiculous."
I'm proud of you.
So dropped 4 plus 4, lost those 4 and 1 extra. So we're gonna keep
Excellent.
going. We're gonna keep going.
Rock star.
So I will happily attest that his method works.
There you go. Proud of you. Remember, you hit 100% of the shots you don't miss. What? I mean, yeah.
Everybody's sitting there down and going, huh?
I'm being silly.
Did I hear
I'm a
that
silly
right?
person. Just being silly. Yeah.
Well, Doug, I thank you for jumping on here and sharing that with us. I appreciate it. And we will see you in the group because you got some stuff happening in the group. I already told everybody about that. That's going to be fun. So I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye.
You bet. Thanks so much. There's that. Starting to move in. Pretty out there. See.
All righty. Well, that was our last guest. So before I sign off, I do want to tell you about a couple other things. I want to ask a question. So I want to ask you all a question. What would you like to see more of inside the Rebel Tribe? Because one of the things I've learned over the years is that the best communities aren't built by me deciding everything. They're built by the people who show up and participate. So if there's a workshop you'd like to attend, a topic you'd like to learn more about, a challenge you'd enjoy, a book club, a networking event, a brainstorming session, a craft night, a business roundtable, something completely different, I want to hear about it. In fact, several of the things that we're doing in June came from conversations with members. The Rebel Tribe is evolving, and I want it to be a place that serves the people who are part of it. So consider this your official invitation to share your ideas. If you've ever thought, it would be fun, or I wish someone would teach, or I'd love to connect with some people around whatever, let me know. Because who knows, your idea might become our next event. Something else that you may have noticed tonight. While the Rebel Tribe was originally created with women in mind, we've recently welcomed a few men into our community as well. At the heart of the Rebel Tribe, it's never really been about gender. It's been about helping people find their voice and build confidence and pursue their dreams and create a life that feels meaningful and authentic. Now, our mission does remain focused on supporting and empowering women, especially those who are navigating reinvention or confidence and purpose and entrepreneurship. But we've also discovered that there are some amazing men who share those same values and want to be part of a positive and supportive community. So tonight you heard from a few of them, our rebel allies, and we're excited to have them here. What matters most isn't whether you're a man or a woman. What matters is that you're kind, supportive, encouraging, and committed to helping others succeed. And that's exactly the kind of people we're building this community around. Now, before we close out, I do want to give you a quick update on the pop-up summit sessions we hosted recently. Many of those presentations were absolutely fantastic, and I don't want them to simply disappear into the Facebook void. As many of you know, Facebook isn't always the easiest place to find content once a live event is over. So I'm in the process of moving those recordings to our YouTube and podcast channels so they can continue to inspire and help you. That means if you missed a session or if there was one you wanted to revisit, you'll have another opportunity to watch or listen. One of my goals for the Rebel Tribe is to make sure great conversations don't have an expiration date. The wisdom, the stories, the expertise shared by our members deserves a larger audience, and I'm excited to help make that happen. So keep an eye out for those recordings as they begin appearing on our channels. And yeah, they're there. What else? Yes, I want to take a moment to reflect on what we've seen here tonight. When I first came up with the idea for this pop-up podcast, I honestly wasn't sure what would happen. Would people sign up? Well, yes, a bunch of them did. Would anyone show up? Well, not everybody that signed up showed up, but we still had, you saw, people showed up. Would they have enough to say for 5 minutes? We've run for almost 2 hours. So yes, I think that was not a problem. I think we've answered all those questions. Tonight we've heard from business owners, authors, creatives, dreamers, people who simply had the courage to step up and share a piece of their story. And what I hope you've noticed is that there isn't just one way to be successful or one way to make a difference or one way to create a meaningful life. Every person we've heard from tonight has a different journey, a different perspective, and a different gift to share. And that's what makes this community special. The Rebel Tribe has never been about fitting into a mold. It's about finding your voice and embracing what makes you unique and encouraging others to do the same. So before we close out for the night, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who was brave enough to grab the mic. Thank you to everyone who showed up to listen and support. And thank you for helping make the Rebel Tribe the kind of community where people feel safe enough to be seen. And now I'm going to say goodnight because I'm still recovering from my cough and my cold, and my voice is beginning to take a little bit of a hit here. So we've reached the end of our very first Rebel Tribe pop-up podcast party. And I do have to say, I think this was a success. I think what struck me most is how everyone's journey is different. And yet we all connected by the desire to grow and learn and create and contribute and build lives that feel meaningful. And that's what the Rebel Tribe has always been about. Not fitting in, not following someone else's script, not waiting for permission, but finding your own voice and encouraging others to do the same. So I want to thank again everyone who grabbed the mic tonight. It takes courage to put yourself out there. And I really do appreciate each of you for being willing to share your story with us. As you've heard tonight, June is going to be a busy month inside the Rebel Tribe. We have the Confidence Reset Challenge, the Jump for Joy devotional, peace breaks, special events, workshops, community activities, and plenty of opportunities to connect. So if you're not already active in the group, now is the perfect time to jump in. And for those of you who missed your chance to speak tonight, or who are already wondering if we'll do something like this again, the answer is yes. Tonight has given me lots of ideas, and I have a feeling, yeah, this is only the beginning. So thank you for spending part of your evening with us. And thank you for being part of the Rebel Tribe. And remember, the world does not need another copy of someone else. It needs more of the unique gifts and talents and experiences and perspectives that only you can bring. So keep being bold, keep being curious, keep being unapologetically yourself. And as we say around here, keep defying the norm. Good night, Rebels.